audio. Let's try that. Yep, that's me happy and dappy and done. Just did it. Why am I closing that? Oh, because you're on up it. This is nothing new. Let's jump into this. Oh, yes. Hard, because I like to play in a game which doesn't seem to make people too much of a bullet sponge on hard. Just makes yourself a little bit more, what would you call a little bit more plastic? I wouldn't even call plastic, maybe more paper, mache. It's not the worst in the world.
You seals are fucking crazy.
All clear. On me, Rabbit.
Lima Charlie Bagram on approach.
I will put over missing in chat and messages we're playing.
Okay. You ready? Go, go, go!
RPG! 2
Because this game has a bizarre, like, let's just start you on like a mission halfway through the story and then jump you back to the beginning with like no context and go, oh, you'll get to this point. It's like, well, yeah, but if you've played it, you're like, well, that's pointless. That's a pointless scene in some sense. The story structure is like, well, it gets you into it. No, not really. It's an interestingly good scene, but is it necessary?
Wait, play that back, Mother.
It's not a film. It's a game. We're playing it.
This wedding has been picking for months. We got a
Their
lot of
visas have expired.
Yeah.
No return flights out of the
We've been
country.
nitpicky.
And they've
No one knows where these guys are now.
a positive wedding is something else. Something soon.
The days where we were invading the Middle Eastern countries because of blah 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 reason, not because of oil or wealth, or because the Americans wanted to continue their world domination plans but weren't able to
This is coordinated.
force a state which wasn't ruled by the TV but that's a religion. It's a bit hard to force them into, you know, the American ideology and they're ruled by religion rather than the box in the corner of the room saying liberties and freedoms.
These guys.
But only for those who can afford it. Hey ho. That's the problem with games like this. You do touch on a little bit too much of a political matter and be like, people, oh, well, they're not moving, we'll kill them people. Yeah, you're going to go and bomb a load of skillful kids and go and kill a load of people who in another
Our
country
local
because
asset
it
plays
was,
HVTs in this region, mainly in Sweden.
that was such a, it wasn't like an invading force, it wasn't a military, it was radicalist individuals who were extremists. But saying that, the English did go and, you know, into Ireland because of issues, but saying that that's a whole fucking can of worms in itself, and it isn't as black and white as, oh, the IRA did this terrorist thing. There's a lot more to that, unfortunately. I'm not as well educated on that as I need to be fair.
Turn that shit off.
Oh, for that doesn't get done for copyright.
Gonna get bumpy. You too good back there?
Roger, we're good. Except for Rabbit and his greatest hits of the Hindu Kush.
Yeah, well, I'll take that over Preacher's hip-hop any day. He might be the first guy I shoot. All right, here we go.
Is this your boy, Mother?
Negative. Tariq's in a safe house in
There was
town.
also
These are
some
his
really good
boys.
films though about
We're
the Afghan and stuff. They're one of the ones I do remember. I
Roger.
watched it in the last thing.
Still, eyes
Especially
open.
about like one of the first units. I think it was Afghanistan. It was I'm really shit with the names of them. I don't even remember one of them. Especially the first unit we went in, they were doing co-work with a private military at the time. I know these guys are Nadrim, but the name we just going, yeah, let me in, blah, 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 Allied forces and all that bollocks like that. But generally it was about them going in, and it was like, yeah, we've got horses, what they've got Russian tanks. Yes. One of the best lines is that I have trained the horses to not be scared of the American bombs. He knows that they're from it. It's like, no, he's basically deafened up. Give me a sec, let me just go and blow a fucking round up outside of the horse's ears. It can't hear anything anymore. Good. Can't be scared then, you won't be schizophrenic because you can't hear anything. Fucking awesome film, but it was a little bit of a kind of, a lot of nattering in it and a lot of kind of slow pace, which in some ways some of the best military films that are a little bit more slower paced, not the Hollywood, let's have explosions left, right and centre, way. Ain't this sort? No, it's more awesome when they kind of go and talk a bit more about like, the nature of humanity, and they kind of go, yeah, that isn't going to be a giveaway. No.
Way to keep your head, Fulia.
Yeah, well, that dude was a pound of trigger pressure away from losing his.
I hate
we're going to maintain forecast back.
This is on max settings.
That dude said Taliban bug out on something.
It is just one of those kind of like really one of the better ones to look at for me personally. Film. No, I don't like thingy films with a bit of action, a bit of thingy, but you get to a point where you start going, would that really happen? Shit like that, where it's like Black Ops Down. It's a fantastic film, and there's a lot of shooting, there's a lot of bureaucratic shit in it, and it does show it up. And it goes like, yeah, this is just fucking idiotic, but it's finest. But it's got some fantastic fucking moments in it, gems. It has been a while since I've seen it, but it's one of those films you get to a point where you're like,
in on a 6.
the gems are better to be remembered than watched, because if you watch it, it just kind of ruins it. So I remember it nicer than I actually play, and that's the fun with this game, is I do have like, I've replayed this and it is familiar, but I do have some fucking fond memories of some of the bits and scenes in it. Yeah, the guy just fucking goes through the fucking vehicle and never just hits him with it. Yeah, we'll just ignore that. We'll forgive the game design. It's not like this game's a couple of fucking years old, and that would have been like since you would have seen like the first fucking stage. Hopefully we don't have any fucking bugs. It's sort of stable, this game. It's not too buggy to my memory. The online for this though was I'm not playing on the online, because the online, for some reason the studio decided, I think at the time they decided to have two different studios work on the game. You had one what did the online and one who did the single player. And the single player had so many better mechanics for like the crouch, the lean, and stuff like that, but the online just did not have it, and it was such a fucking shame, because it was just a shame that these features was really kind of a shame for the game in a lot of ways. And I know just because there was so like fire select and stuff, and you're like, well, I'd never not use it on full auto, and it's like, well, yeah, but I like to play like Insurgency, and that game's a bit of a funny one with the full auto and semi, because sometimes it's better to be on full auto because you can take targets down quicker. But if you're trying to reserve ammo on trying to be a bit more accurate and a bit more precise with your shooting, which can be a bit of a... Let's just switch to the shotty. It can be kind of nice to have that option, and I know for some people it'll be like, well, what's the point of having like a semi-automatic rifle? It's maybe you want to play it like that. That's maybe the way you want to play. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, the age when tutorials weren't meant to be boring, and they were a little bit like, well, we'll just put fucking things on the screen and make it pretty much, we'll assume you can work this stuff out. It ain't going to be too complex. Yeah, let's go for it. I'm ready. Because if you play like, what's it called, Squad, which is one I've been playing, it's a bit of a, what you call it, a simulator game. The whole point with that is, if you were to use full auto, which is handy, the accuracy goes out the fucking window, which is fun when you're doing upper scanning, but no, fucking lower. That's a pain in the horse. Can I get a grenade in there? No, wrong button. Not on that plate. Where's that? I'm going to pump in the head. I don't know how man did that, but it works. But no, it was a bit of a sad thing that this game never got, the online never got the same like polish the single player did in some ways. I know it hasn't aged well, I will admit that. It's not as, that's the problem with all like shooters, because they, like, I want to be realistic and there's no stylism in it. It loses a certain degree of that appearance. I have to keep opening my bloody phone here, it's annoying. It's a bit of a set. I'll just reopen the phone so I can keep an eye on chat if anything happens. Yeah, feature, we can smash doors, great. Let's switch this shot again. That's a very stupid place to go for cover, mate. Even if you were in fucking cover, you wouldn't have much cover.
Kill the lights.
X, right.
Lights out, fuckers.
And then night vision to Z. So bear with me, sorry. And for the game, he's holding my hands with the buttons because I have forgotten for a while.
This way.
Messed that last fucking shot up then. That's poor of me. Nope, what's your shot, laddie? I see that one. Look, an AI who can actually do sort of something. This is what annoys me with the Call of Duty series. Is that, yes, they can have some good story moments, but bloody hell. My god, the AI on that, the allied AI is just like, well, we're not going to shoot anything. We're just going to look like we're going to shoot shit.
Go left.
Ass.
Rabbit, do your thing.
Picadora. Right in the fucking room with guys with guns. Blow his fucking head off. There we go. But no, it was always one of those kind of like annoying things with Call of Duty, especially when you got into like the hardcore difficulty where it's like, let's just like make the difficulty as hard as possible. Where, yeah, suddenly these guys are Jesus. He's dead. He's through. The difficulty just went for the fucking roof, and it's just like, yeah, you know, you made a paper mache. None of these guys are shooting, and you have to be as instantaneously reacting to a kind of. And this game has it as well with these scripted fucking contacts. The AI behaves in a certain mannerisms. You know how they're going to behave before they behave. So you can kind of predict after going through an area where everyone's going to be. And that way you're not having to struggle kind of going, well, I'm having to try to react quicker. I'm going to have to go, whoa, 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 like you are online because you don't have that issue. But no, it was always one of those things with the... It was always one of those things with it because you'd always get into situations where like like Call of Duty, like a scenario like this in Call of Duty, you'd be screwed because you'd just be like, oh, you're paper mache, just keep running, and these guys wouldn't provide any fire support or anything like that. But it's like H for hub. Yeah, I've already run through that. But no once, and that was it. Don't worry, every time. It's scripted to hell, that. It's so annoying. So even when you love a grenade up there to kill them, it's like, nope. But no, it was always one of those things I didn't like the Call of Duty series. Like, the best bits of Call of Duty were like sneaky scenes and the kind of over the top in some sense dramas, the sniper missions and stuff like that, the kind of ridiculousness of all that.
I think we know.
Yeah.
Right fucking here. Get outside. We can cover you.
Yes, this is not PG, this is not for children. Unfortunately, I meant the word safe for kids. I don't think our minds would actually grow or expand too much. Yeah, there's some Jim. Oh, dead as well. Oh, dead as well. That's mother. That'll blow his head off as well. Got 2 shells. Another feature I really did like, I have seen this been implemented in, I think it's... Oh, it's a free-to-play game. I think there are others, but the only one I really know of it off the top of my head. Oh fuck! Let me sit forward. Is oh, what's it called now? I don't think it's Ironsight. I don't think Ironsight has it. I think it's a different one. But it's one of the free-to-play games, and it has that mechanic in it where you can access certain high points and it rewards teamwork. It's something what Battlefield never kind of introduced. They might have introduced it on like the newer ones, like the World War II ones, but I kind of fell out with it on Battlefield 4 because of just it turned into an arcade shooter for Call of Duty 4, which just kind of ruined it for me because it was like, oh, you can get this gun, and the tanks became unbalanced, and it's like, yes, arms are meant to be like seriously deadly, but usually arms used in range, basically it's a mobile artillery unit. Oh, you need this area flying, send in a tank, unless you're using it for armed personnel, it's just basically get troops into a location and get them killed. I can tell my shooting's a bit sloppy today. It's not too bad. Oh, bloody hell. That sensitivity of it and everything. But no, it was always one of those like it kind of upset me, that one. And then I played a bit of the demo, but I'm always one of those people who play it and go, oh, it's great this, and then I get to, oh, sugars. No, you get that one forwarded. There are headshot, mate. Ow, 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 and I'm dead. It's gonna happen eventually. Unfortunately, I weren't going to shoot that one for me. It was an open ground while taking out targets. Fair enough.
Stay out of the open. Check. Check.
Well, that's why my scope isn't 0. But no, I kind of... Little sakes. Kind of fell out with the series when that happened, and it was just kind of like the balance. I played the Battlefield 4 and I forgot, because Battlefield 4, one of the things you don't realise is there is a lot more variation on gun choice. Unless you have the DLC, but even with the DLC, you still have a very limited choice. It's a shame because the game is really kind of nice. The only one, Bad Company, I would argue, is potentially nicer. The only problem is you don't have planes in, to be honest. But to be honest, Bad Company was always one of those games where, not Bad Company, but Battlefield was, you put the planes in it, and the maps weren't really that big enough for all the planes. It was kind of, it was a cool idea, but you could literally travel the map in less than a few fucking seconds, and it was just rather a little bit over the bloody top, you know. And it's like, oh look, I'm now on the other side of the map, and you know, it's all good and dandy, but But if you're like literally travelling, you know, that fast that you can travel the map in like a blink of an eye with a fucking thing, you basically spend the whole map just circling the area, which, fair enough, it was a cool idea and all that, but it was always a little bit of a kind of a unfortunate, good idea, but not very well executed in a sense. Kicking off. Wasn't too bad on console with the planes, because console flying you had a control, and you know, mobility on a control is always a little bit better than keyboard and mouse. But on PC you just get the man with the fucking, I've got a flight stick, I'm wonderful, I do this all the time, I play fly sims, and suddenly it's like, oh look, it's like actually dealing with a real life fucking aircraft carrier fighter. She just flying, kills everything, blows all the armor up, and suddenly it's like, superiority, if you got that then you're screwed, and then they just win, and it's like, bounce goes out the window again. Which is a bit of a kind of a nightmare when as I said, that was in Battlefield 3. Battlefield 4 just got fucking worse. So the planes weren't as bad because the maps were all like CQB, but then it's like, why did you have tanks to a fucking city? You wouldn't have a tank in the city, you'd avoid bringing it in there in case it got took out by anti-armor units. And it didn't really play in the flavour of the ground troop, which was the problem with that.
Let's hustle, gents.
But no, it's no. I think Battlefield 3 was just a moment of pure left. Check them out. Go on the left, clear through. One down, move through, take the next one out, boom, boom, boom. Bada boom, bada bing, and ouchies. Reload, lob a grenade in there, finish the job off. Ooh, Shizer's fucked that up. That was a bit sloppy on my behalf, I think. Sort of. But no, it was kind of like that you had the Call of Duty series and you had the Battlefield series, and I was like, played a lot of the Bad Company, played a bit of Call of Duty, but Call of Duty, as most 12-year-olds would probably know, can be very kind of bad for your temper if you've got a short-tempered individual, which, yeah, not a good idea for me. Twitchy McGee games, it's fun to a certain degree till you get to a point where you're just like, no, and the Call of Duty always had a little bit of a, yeah, it needs QR scan it. I don't give me ammo. Don't give me my shotgun ammo, thank you. No, I don't. I like the idea of getting request ammo. That's mooch. Sails up and moving. Some cover. Heavy arm face, that's coming in. MGs. Just move. Oh, jeez. Take 'em, laddies. But no, it was like that perfect game at that time. Ouches. No one to shoot that laddie. Rackled by some like that. Whoa, jeez. Ouch noises, yes. But no, it was. I've not seen that kind of thing. You go, well, you got Fortnite, but like, Battle Royale games don't have the same. The same kind of feel, but it was kind of. There was just so many of these games that came out at the time, and it just drowned out the fucking series. And it was kind of. I'm clearing right, you clear left, laddie.
Watch your corners in here, but move
I'm clearing my corners, you know.
What's your status?
But no, it was always one of those kind of.
Check. Move it and select top deck. Watch your
It was always one of those kind of. There was a lot of them out, and then it was like Call of Duty just started becoming like, you know, one game a year, and you have to get the newest one, and then they became very expensive. So it was kind of like, yeah, you could get it at the time and get the newest Call of Duty and all the rest of them a lot. Yeah, my shooting control shizes. I want. What's he got there? That's the Dragon off. Give me that. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I'm getting the Dragon off, bloody. Missed them. Bollocks. Come on, pop your head up again, laddie. Come on, Sunsy Jimsies. No, you're not going to pop your head up? Alright, fair enough then. Move up again. Ooh, no, I've never dragged enough. I think with a wooden polymer. What? Let's just get the phone open again while these guys whinge at me.
Roger. Link up in the courtyard. Contact! Fine door! Window! On the garage! I got it down low!
Hey, mag. It's one of the things I never really like with games is when they go, oh, we need to make the map seem bigger, so we'll make bullets slower. So it emphasises the size of the map. Doesn't really, because scale comes into effect. Just makes the gunplay a little bit slower and a little bit more kind of.
Rabbit, this way.
You're having to predict and lead shots and have to, you know, actually do a little bit more gunplay, which is great for an arcadic feel, but. As I said, if you play stuff like Squad and you're doing like range shots on that, you're like, sometimes you're just like, I can't even fucking see them. There's just dots and a distance. There's somewhere over there for me to shoot at. They're over there. My eyes can't work. Give me an optic. I'm blind. I might have to go and nip down and get a bottle of pop. And I'm getting thirsty. Sitting there nodding my head off. I can mute it.
A few questions I want to be answered. Let's go get him.
But no, it was always kind of a because the one they made after this, the next one, this was really good because they actually did a lot of research, and I thought the story in this was a lot better. But the next one, I played a little bit of stuff, and it was just like Hollywood Americanizers. It was like, oh yeah, and it was like just like an over-the-top setting, kind of like what Call of Duty did, which Call of Duty was never known more for like, let's do the over top, let's have these like, you know, so that's what the series turned into, unfortunately. But like the first one, that was kind of a little bit more down to earth. Yes, there was a technical nuke and getting knuckle here. Don't run in front of my line of fire, matey. You're doing some bad gunplay then. Get rid of this dragon off, give me one of them. Give me an AK, let's have a giggle. Let's do some CQB with an AK. Don't have a fire selector on an AK apparently. These guys didn't, for some reason, have fire selectors. Don't understand that, you know. But, you know, game developers, just like not, don't need a selector on that.
Mother, we got another door. Check. Stack up. Remember to reach in there. Stack up. Kick it in, Rabbit.
Open leaf sights, which do come at advantage for like situations like this.
Just don't shoot the old
Do you want to shoot the one running at me when I'm reloading, lads? I get, like, you know, that involves you doing something, game, but, you know, thankfully he did do something, did shoot on. If that was Call of Duty, I'd be dead. Let's be honest here, lads. Yeah, sidearms, please. That's what we want now. I'm using the AK for the time being. Kickstart in, slow-mo. Pistol out. I can't believe I missed him. That was bad shooting at my way. I missed him. But no, it's like that little bit of a, oh, it's Hollywood, you slow-mo, and oh, it's like, yeah, it's a little bit, you know, over-the-top drama. Fucking hell, booking out a little bit. But it's like, you're just a hit squad going in, grabbing somebody, getting the fuck out. It's not like, oh, well, we're going to get you to go in, there's going to be massive explosion. It's a little bit more down to earth. It's not, yeah. Because Battlefield, you know, Bad Company kind of proved that this is what I don't want to get with Battlefield. Why did he go back to just keep doing Bad Company? Because yeah, Call of Duty being all serious. Bad Company was just a piss take. It was like brilliant. The problem was the second story wasn't as good as the first one, but the gameplay was a lot better. And then you had the Battlefield series like, oh, serious, proper face. Let's be all like, you know, we're serious, man. We're all serious. Like, you know, we're gonna be all serious kind, like, and it just was like, right, and it's like I played through the Battlefield 4 story way too many times, but just because you have certain weapons tied to the actual completion of the story.
Why should we trust you?
But the trick was you just play through it once and just save before the end mission and just redo the end mission 3 times to get the 3 different weapons.
Have a life? Do you not understand?
It forces replayability in the story. No, it just forces the player to, like, if they want to have access to certain equipment to play for the story, which
Valley of the Kings,
is not really a good incentive to make people play your story. It should just be a good fucking story.
How many?
Many. 500 fighters. Or more.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink while this keeps napping. ATO. Watch it starting the mission, and I'm going to have to pull out MG30. Shit, I've got to go back to airfield. Well, I've caught air time, but I've got to go to the airfield. Get that out. Well, out the window, so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Oh, buggies.
What's the plan? Screws the no-go. Get to the front gate any way you can. The ANA are arriving there now. Guys on the right, take them out. Rabbit, 12 o'clock. We got a beat on where the orders are coming from. We got a bigger problem. Right.
Oh, buggies. Reload my 500 round PKB because I'm using the Russian equipment, because ideally you want to be using the rounds these guys are using at the time, because you can get access to their ammunition and use their guns. You might go, well, what's 1.4? Not really, this isn't the caliber of the guns they use. It's why I like the NATO file was using the Russian 7.62, they just chase the rounds, so screw over most of the, but they can use our rounds. Because I do, if you can shoot a bunch of guys and then leave as well bullets, just jump on the gun and oh, he's dead. That's a bigger gun. That's the MG. Yeah, and just cook through them all. Just cook through the vehicle, cook through the guy in half. There. Keep cooking through the guys. Really big gun.
Looks like it's coming from south of the airfield. Roger, Benson. We'll look for him. We have to find the mortar crews. Fuck it. Hang on to your
They're friendlies, don't shoot them ones, I don't think. Oh, they work for me. No, I have a habit on. Whoa, Jesus! Coming on this and shooting friendlies because they look the same when you're fighting the NATO. not NATO, the native forces as such.
Mortar fire at our position. Looks like it's coming from south of the airfield. Roger, Panther. We'll look for them. We have to find the mortar crews.
RPG'd, nice. But I wasn't trying to do like a non-death from because I really hate doing that. Give me that. Bit M14, nice. That's that shot. That's that. So important M14 on this mission is you use it and you're like, oh, it's brilliant this M14, and then you just eat through all the ammunition. As I said, slight advantage when you have scripted stuff like this is you can learn from what you cocked up last time. It's like, oh, what's that film? Was you have it wasn't the first time they did it. Oh, bloody help would be nice.
In the building.
Okay, the name's now lost on me. Well, that was the same theory. It's like, all right, you just keep reliving the day, reliving it. I won't ask why Mother didn't bother shooting that guy. You must have just been like, no. You're killing me, mate. You're killing me. Bugger. Yeah, pull that grenade. Nice for the grenade hotspots. And the guy would know about that in real life. Big PKP, a lot more ammo, because as I said, it's the native ammo, so these guys are using PKP, we put their ammo, we get more ammo. Evil combination of a scenario, very handy indeed. Force kick. I am Mr. fucking this. It's the best thing with this one mission. You do get to use this quite a few bits in the game, which is quite a nice feature.
Numerous enemy and small arms threats.
But this is one hell. There's some fucking good little. They did take some of the good things from Call of Duty in this. I won't say this is original. No, it wasn't.
Roger. Target is marked with a soft lamp. 3-5. Nice job. Target destroyed.
Roger, Neptune 1 coming around from second pass.
Russian light armor tank, because the Russians left all their armor there, and British and the Yanks, and no one else can say otherwise because we did the exact same with all our armor. That's why we did give it the local forces, but that's why the terrorist group who's there now are all driving American Humvees and American equipment and have M16s instead. Because that's what they left, and that's what they left for the native forces. So what happened was the native forces panicked, ran away, and dropped all their equipment and weapons, and they just took it with no resistance. So they became something very heavily armed with a load of fucking American equipment, which is alright because it's going to be a hell of a lot better than the Russian stuff for them, because they're more likely to jam up their M16s and shit than the AK stuff, because unfortunately the Americans' AR, it is reliable and good, it's just that it's a little bit less, if you don't look after it and maintain it, you're going to know about it a lot more than the AK. The AK is more what you call forgiving with the design of it due to the openness of the internals. Really bad for muddy conditions like Vietnam in some ways, because if you got mud in the bastard, it would not be happy. You just flush it out with water. But being stamped steel, not good at rush. But it was kind of handy in that sense that you didn't. Please be dead. Are you dead? If you're not dead, I'm going to come up there and kill you. You are dead. Jolly good.
Contact right. We got 2 mortar teams right. 50 meters. Shit. Tango's below. Left low.
Blow the brains out a little bit. It's always a fun game. Oh yeah, for what? Yeah, I don't want to use it for auto eat for ammo too quick. Lots of big caliber rounds, another 7.62 caliber gun, even though that won't be using the same as the PKP. As I said, the Russians were smart enough to change their round, because they were like, you know what, it might not be a bright idea to use the same caliber as our ammo, because if they nick our ammo, then we can use it. So the Russians slightly altered their. Oh, that's what it's heading for. Beautiful. that's the problem. That's slightly the advantage. You basically give them a load of shittier weapons than what the Russian stuff. Modern, so they're more accurate. That was the advantage they had, was they were inaccurate. But to be fair, the guys shooting them aren't going to be like, you know, pro shooters. There's going to be some of them who can actually shoot, but they're not like trained soldiers in the same sense as the military. They're not going to have firearm training. Yeah, you'll be going at me. I'll lob one back at you. Switch to that for a little bit. I've only got like a mag and that's it. Boom. 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 Missed that one.
We get to that hangar and move to the control tower. We take the tower, we take the base. Check.
Oh, buggers.
Hi, in the plane. Tango, in the plane. He's high.
I don't know how that aluminium's stopping my bullets from hitting him, because I'm pretty sure they use aluminium in planes because steel's a little titch too heavy. Ow, 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 ow. Up there. Thank you. You did start shooting them as I shot at them. But no, this is one of those games where if you're getting a PC and you're like, well, I want to get into PC gaming, but I don't have a really big budget and I can't really go afford to go and get all these new fucking fan permanent, and you get stuff like this, and you know, it's not. I'm not going to sit there and say, yeah, you can have a load of people to play online with. That company, you've got at least some decent community on it. But these kind of old shooters, they're a good fucking stepping stone if you want to start getting your head around basic shooting mechanics and changing from a controller shooting. You can still use a controller, you know, you're not forced to use mouse and keyboard. But sometimes that progression will change between bloiters. It's always worth that little bit of extra time. And I have bad feelings about this. Oh, I see a gun up there. Why did you get in cover facing me, you loon? Of course I'm gonna bloody shoot you. Whoa! No, they're not gonna cover me because I've shot his mate. I can't shoot for sugar. I can't shoot for sugar. I can't shoot for sugar. Come on. You know there's one of them's going to jump on that big gun. It's just a matter of time, I say, Sinjin. Reload. Get behind the aluminium cover, which is not that good. This sort of, the actual window panes, I think ammo wrench, the guy does all the stuff on the. Did shoot some of I think the window panes, and they are actually somewhat bulletproof due to the having to be kind of designed to keep air compression inside an actual plane. So you put that there just to torment me, didn't you, game?
Be sure to take your corners.
Tango in the warehouse.
Yep, lots of them.
Move up, down.
That's jolly good. Throw one of them over there, throw one of them over there. Yeah, jolly good, I'll say. Just reopen my phone for the 8th time. I really should just go in the settings and put it on non-closing, so it's not timing itself out. But hopefully, I've been shot a few dozen times, lads.
Watch the corners.
I've got a few too many holes in me now. Actually, no, it isn't automatic. You have to press a button to give me my grenades. Thank you.
Keep your eyes open. We saw a truck headed your way.
Alright.
They didn't make it.
Yeah, earthquake, tower, which is very necessary. Can I actually get some more ammo from you guys for this? Have you got some 114 ammo? Thank you. 120. Beautiful. Why my guy ain't carrying that much ammo to start with beyond me?
Panther, we're moving out.
I know he weighs a shit ton of bullets, but you know, it's kind of handy when you're carrying a big PKP to Have plenty of ammo. I've got an M60 lad and me on a PKP to support guns. Go on AI, you're through. Thank you. Oh, you had a bad day, didn't you?
We're almost there.
Yeah. Getting this actual arm. Just keep moving through this. More explosive containers. I hate getting put like red containers in it, and then they're not they don't blow up or bulletproof. They're just like, well, they're red because they're red, and then they don't blow up. It's like this has been automatically trained into us for years, and yet I've got to have my guy can switch things better than I can. Game being a little bit forgiving. Oh, you lucky swan! Come on, stick. Yeah, up again, lad. I know you're gonna. You're not having the invisible bulletproof tank cover.
Contact 11 o'clock. Got a guy in chest.
At least they're shooting that one, so we'll just move up on him like this. Yes, there is one point blank right. Oh, that was not. Move over. No, he's already dead. Climb over, thank you. I'm gonna shoot him, not run past him. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Reload my nice M14. Come on lads, he's not that hard, he's in the open. I'm just shooting for him. Ooh, bloody hell. Red container, rule 1, never use red containers as cover. Ooh, stop bouncing myself around so much. There, boom. Did I just get 2 in 1 with that? Oh, just wounded one of them. He's now on a good old jog around the environment. I really could do with a new gun. Give me that AK please, thank you. I will keep using M14, but I will be able to pick up some ammo at the least. Because the M14, great for like medium to long range combat, but when you get into kind of, let me give you a bit of a tickle with my gun, a little bit problematic. And yeah, I want the full stop one, you don't mind. That's not my style, a bit old school wood, not Czech Republican variant of the AK. No offense to Czech, what do you call it?
Get the door.
Czech Republic. It's just I like the classic design of the original M14. No, the original Russian design version of the AK.
We're moving to the tower. Roger. Get us fast. Get the tower. Give us 10 mics. Roger. We're hearing increased pasto radio.
The M14, not the M14, the Dragon's actually not that accurate in real life. It's accurate, but it has a little bit. Oh, is it? Yeah, I would have shown.
Take it topside, Rabbit.
Okay. I think you all lost the plot a little bit, lads. They'll be respawning now. There we go. Told you.
Sniper rifles. Rabbit, come make
Ow. You, stop shooting me a full auto. You, stop with the RPG. Thank you. Please do not come back. Let's go back to the AK. As I said, it's kind of handier for CQB than an M14 with the ACOG on it. Oh buggers, where's this door? There's the door, because I've got to kick it in to continue the progression. Jolly good.
Oh, Rabbit. Get that shit in.
Yep, shall do. You guys suddenly lost. Oh, sizes. Put that down there. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm not how you're alive, mate, but you know. Can I come through, please? Thank you. over there. Spawn room. That's what that is. No, I can't glitch through that. So that'd be a bad idea, Sunjin. So the one problem I have with the M4, I hate the M4 because it's the most commonly used gun ever, but I can't deny it does have a nice look to it. A bit overkill, lads.
Tango down. Clear. Clear. Who the fuck are these guys? Militia, Tariq's boys. Looks like we're too late.
So let's keep moving through, clear the area, because this area is not clear. I already know it's not.
Damn it!
Oh fuck! If you're gonna keep jumping in, flipping in front of me, at least shoot them. And I'm dead. We're just gonna keep jumping in front of you, the AI, but we're not gonna shoot any of them. We're just gonna run in front of them. Do not do the Call of Duty AI. These Call of Duty has the common sense to delete the fucking enemy once they've been cleared. Let me just run through this bit. Ah, it's just bloody no, it's just laying on our side. Good stuff. Some around the left.
Tell boss man we are inside the tower. This place won't be an airfield. Bombing it. Roger that, mother.
Oh yeah, that is. Ow, 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 ow. One dead. No one dead. Yep. To send use the room full of fire as the place you're gonna hold out, it just seems a little bit problematic. No, I'm not questioning your logic. I'm just questioning your sense of self-preservation. But clearly, that's a little bit lackluster since you are using a gun and making war. You have to have a little bit of lack of self-evaluation in that sense. I'm not saying that you think you're gonna die and you go into it thinking that, but no. Oh come on! Ow! At least she was nice enough to let me load my gun. But you got to at least have some self-awareness that you're gonna get shot at. You're gonna have somebody try to kill you at some point, and they're going to probably. Oh, yeah, we scared me there. Oh, look, you see a Kung Fu seed? Yeah. Hatchet to the back of the head. Yeah, you are dead. You don't get up from that. I'm not entirely sure how you got the hatchet back into that strap very easily, but just from personal experience with shit being on your back, it's not like it's a sword sheath. It's gonna go in there easily. It's like cool little scene, but me being a bit of a hypocritical observation. Now we get to do a really fun thing where we don't get shot at, but we get to use lots of lasers and detonators.
Hit him.
Ugly 3-5 Tower, your mark. Firing cannon.
Yeah, me doing bad shooting then. That was my bad mistake. Don't get anything for shooting personnel. Come on, that hit the target. Wow, bulletproof cause, eh? I hit that directly. There we go. Can't wait because I didn't hit the engine block. It wasn't. Nicely done, Lars. Nicely done. It's not maybe any good. It's the actual AI piloting, I will say, is kind of accurate to the real American.
I got technicals. North side of the village.
Tally Neptune, going to 30 miles.
Come on. Boom. Missed the second one, unfortunately. Put that there. Ooh.
They don't have the reason to hit his mother.
Neptune, Ugly 3-5 has target. Still off the rail.
Mark, move to the next target. No need to wait for impact.
Oh, buggers. I've made a bit of a boo-boo there. Well, at least I can deal with the RPG directly. I know he's definitely going to be a dead man. Tanks coming in, ain't there? Yep.
Looks like the Taliban have a few tanks. Coming over the South Hills. Tanks versus Cass? My money's on Cass.
Boom.
Russian tanks on the horizon.
It's learning about orbit.
Rabbit, just like that.
Ugly 3-5 Tower, your mark. Firing cannon.
Target effect. Well done.
What do you mean, Nick? Right, what cliff am I just blow up, is there? I don't want a hellfire there.
Neptune, tally your mark.
Oh, that's the one I wanted. Yeah, I do hate how robust the actual. Because it's they're attempting to learn how to use it. I need to just deal with that tower, and I do apologise. I've got very quiet now. I didn't get to take out the tower. I did hit it with a machine gun running. It did directly hit the guy, but I'm not to take the aircraft. But as I said, I'm going to get a drink. My throat dries out.
Power it up.
I have general flag on VTC, sir.
Station.
Sir, we are in and operational.
Colonel, we've been going over your battle plan and we're a little concerned.
What is that concern?
As he talking to
Boys
the
Langley tell me to be
I'm a commander. I know everything about command.
Preparing to bring the fight
I
to
know
us.
how to be a commander.
The probability of high-value targets moving through the air. Now, if they make
British
it
have the same fucking issue, you know the biggest
Those
issue in
numbers
Ireland.
are incorrect, sir. Our intel shows the resistance is much higher. Possibly more than 1,000.
Well, if that's the
London
situation, it's even more
making
vital to
calls
move
on
now.
how fucking ground troops should be
On
doing
the
their
ground
jobs.
in 24 hours.
We have
Results
tier
in a
1
lot of civvies
AFO
getting
teams
killed.
inserting into the valley now, sir.
Hey,
They've already provided us
as
valuable
if
intel on enemy
politics
positions in the surrounding mountains.
and
that's a
commanders
start. But I want the 10th
and field
Motown,
trained
the Rangers,
soldiers
and the
professionals in
187
that
in
field
this fight
don't
ASAP.
mix very
Sir,
well when
AFO will
making
be able to
decisions
identify
on
and destroy
tactical
enemy
decisions
targets with
of people's
airstrikes.
well-being and
Then we'll send in the
livelihood.
troops to prevent any escape into
You know,
Pakistan.
because
Colonel, you're
it's
not
always a
hearing
good
me.
idea
And I
to
want
have
to be
somebody
very clear on this point.
somebody
I am giving
who's
you 24 hours to
has
get our
no
forces into
absolute
that
clue
valley.
on how to
24 hours.
do this stuff, making
They'll
decisions
make
on
it happen.
shit regarding people on the ground.
We're done.
It's idiotic.
Where are we with the AFO teams?
Wolfpack is expected to be in position within the hour.
They
They're riding
think
into
like,
the AO now.
you know,
Riding.
Yes,
they're
sir.
just like civil servants. You click the fingers and somehow it'll magically happen. Slightly different the logistics when it comes to stuff like this than the logistics of, let's say, actual
Panther, you're approaching the safe house.
actual
Mission is a
soldiers
go.
than it is
Roger,
with civil
Panther.
servants. There's a little bit of a difference. Hey ho! Bureaucrats and politicians doing their idioticness as always.
Let's go to work, Deuce.
We ready to roll?
I do find
roll.
bureaucrats and policies and voting people, and it turns from basically voting people. Oh, my 21.
Mission is to get to OP Clementine. The route is loaded to our GPSs.
Turns from
Looks like we got some
let's
squirrely
talk
terrain ahead,
about
so eyes open. If
hiring
something
somebody
doesn't
for a
look right, I
job
want to
to
hear about
it's
Roger.
a
Roger.
popularity
Questions,
competition.
gentlemen?
Who looks good on camera? Who sounds
Okay, let's
good,
rock
and
and
it's
roll.
like,
Vegas and I are splitting off
you're
south
hiring
of the
somebody
Wadi.
to be a leader, and it's like,
Roger.
well, you need
See
to
you on
be-
the other
you need to
side.
be- You need to have that,
Have a good one.
element to the leader. Yeah, they do, but they also need to have ideas and know how to actually manage and stuff. And the sad truth is, if the staff doesn't really make for a good leader.
There's too close. Going left. Watch cover movement for a while. Stay in it.
Almost got that right. Okay, go. You do you. You do, brother. But yeah, that's always one of the weird things with politics. it's always been that way, unfortunately, in a lot of ways, where you have two options. People who take power with the sword and then are born into a position of power, let's say kings and queens or dictatorship. And you get the people who take power who are like your dictators of army military guys, and they're kind of a little bit mad to start when they go a little bit mad over time, so swings in some ways. Then you get the voting option. The voting option is really easy to manipulate, control what people think, blah blah blah. The system in play is a little bit fucking flawed. There's not really a kind of a brilliant solution to ruling and controlling people. Well, you can pick the people do it. But then it's how do you pick the people? Well, they can get picked out of their profession and they lead it and they're selected out from their own peers. But then you have a fucking multiple-headed creature that's trying to make policy. You've got somebody making decisions on schools, who's a teacher, for example, somebody's been teaching for 20 years and they're making policy based on their experience in schools and being a teacher, and they're now the head of education and making decisions on it and have an understanding of education. But even then, it's like there's aspects of that what they might not have experienced with, like higher education or lower education. Let's not give a straw man situation. Somebody's been in higher education, they decided they wanted to go into school education, so they're the perfect fucking candidate.
Yeah, that's all Panther in Vegas.
That's stupidly oversensitive, that aiming on the sight. Yeah, they're down there. Where are they? Oh, yeah, I saw them down there. There's a bloke who's going to come out of there. And
Got two even getting in the tower. Two guys on the tower. Panther, you and Vegas are clear.
I like this.
Roger.
He's got a little piece
Yeah. Let's find a way inside.
You actually did a lot of research in this game for that. I am bouncing from subject matter to subject matter real bad. But no, it's one of those for me personally when it comes to the democracy of voting in people. It's ultimately bizarre. You had a bad day, Sonny. It really is kind of not really a clear solution, because like when you didn't have kings and queens ruling countries, like for example the Middle East, a lot of it's ruled by religion. The Christian belief has the Pope who's the head. As the Pope, and the Pope's the voice of God. He is elected official. That's only the selected official for, I think, is it Protestants? I always get the two mixed up because I'm not.
Building on the left. I'm going right. I need eyes on the courtyard. Get to the window. Hey, I got another target. Look at that roof.
What other target? When's it all going to go horribly wrong? I know it's going to go horribly wrong, because it always does. I got shooting. You shot your own mate? What's wrong with you?
Clear.
I feel like I'm a bad guy now. I feel like I've done him a favour. I'm just going to open up on a guy my own. It's like, oh Jesus, I thought I was bad. But no, it's ultimately flawed, that. It always has been. In a lot of ways, because it's kind of like, well, how do you approach the situation like that? How do you address the situation? The Americans have a lot of votes into people, but it just kind of turns into a bit of a popularity contest and pandering, and it's not really leadership then. It just turns into make some people happy and say the right things to some other people. And it just turns into a corruptible fucking mess, because there's no power above them which isn't voted in, selected, so it can become very corruptible because there's no impartial party just making sure that they're not doing stuff that's not. There are certain ones and certain things, but then it's like people having to chase it all, the actual fucking law being enforced and all the rest of it. it all turns into a little bit of a mess. And
True. Let's move out. Grab that
ultimately,
radio.
you really wanted a fucking sound when you get an AI to do it, you know, an impartial fucking bot that would look at it from the most logical, rational setup. But then we're way beyond that point. We're way beyond the point of where we could even do that. I think that's the right way of saying it. Basically, the technology is beyond what we could actually produce. And that unfortunately is the case. You know, you can't just suddenly click your fingers and there'll be an AI what can get rid of all the problems of humanity's idiotic tendencies. Game's like, why are you crashing? Oh well. Doesn't really matter anyway at this point. But even if you did that, then you get rid of some kind of humanity or sense. You can make a predictable model which predict the possible best outcome to that in this ultimate future. But even then, it's like, well, what's slightly problematic because what happens if it predicts like the best way to deal with the human overgrowth? Well, every fucking second child will be gutted and killed and use their organs for harvesting. That seems a little bit fucked up. But that could potentially be an outcome of an AI system like that, etc. I'm not saying it would, but it is a fucking potential opportunity for that to occur. So you kind of got these weird and wonderful situational problems with that, and it's not like end of the world because of it. It's the ever problem with every empire. As we say, every empire will come to its failure. It repeats itself, and eventually humanity will get to a point where when the empire does end, the empire doesn't end in the sense of this is just ridiculous. There's 50 BMG. I don't know how we're sitting on the quad bike to do these shots, but fuck my.
Dusty, can you see that guy outside the hut? PID. Terminate. Wilco. D600 meters. Wind out of the west. Nice shot. He's done.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a bit sloppy here. I will apologise because I know what I'm like.
He's moving. You're gonna have to lead him. Easy D. Kill shot.
Yeah, no, I know. It's not my fault. The guy literally stopped 2 inches from when I shot. It's like I did try to predict his movement and speed. I'm really bad at this. I will admit that. No, don't you stop doing what you're doing. Yep. And I can't hold my breath for too long on this, so yay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Got a 50 round there. He's dead. He had a mate up there, so he'd be running down the
Eyes on the tower. He's moving at a good clip. Roger, I see him. He knows something's up. Deuce, the tower.
I was looking at the tower. Am I at the wrong tower? That's the right tower. That's the guy we're looking for. Thank God he stopped then. He was like, I'm going to go stand right where that bullet was just shot. That seems like a good idea to me. No, my response to a situation like that would be, let's kind of put myself, figure out, get myself down into solid cover and make sure
it looks like you're making a pit stop. You're going to mark the truck to the IRB and continue to climb the time. We get spotted and we're going hard, Panther.
And that's the thing on it. It is very much you get into cover and then try to work out with a sniper. You get 2 shots as a sniper before they work out where you are. I think it's 2 shots. Usually you get your first shot and then you get a secondary shot, and after that you compromise. So you realistically don't really have a second shot. A second shot if you really need it. You shouldn't need it in the first place. But hey ho. Right, we're going to jump down here. You can follow my little
one truck and multiple targets.
Sneaky stuff.
Let's move up.
Sneaky stuff.
Don't jump the gun, Deuce.
Yeah.
Let's wait
I
for
always find that mad.
separate.
Like the Middle East is covered in snow and stuff, especially in like the mountain range areas. But I'm from the UK, and it's like from a little town, and we just don't ever get snow. So it's like snow, and these guys get it all the time, and you think, oh, it's boring out in deserts and shit. It's like, yeah, at night though, it's freezing fucking cold. It's extremes.
Advancing. We're clear. They're gone.
Damn it, heads down!
What?
Get down, dude.
Well, I caught that up big time. Yeah. I caught that up. I forgot about that. I forgot there was one he came out there. And he didn't say anything to me. I don't know how he saw me. It was literally a nice little bit of cover, and I literally would have just stepped out. Oh, well, that was my bad. That was poor play on my bad. I will admit that. That is poor playmanship, that. Hopefully I'm not doing this as like, I need a speed run. I'm going for a speed run. Yes, speed run. No, I don't have the patience to play a game over and over and over and over and trying to optimise to get this speed run relaxed, because some games I could see how it could be fun, and then other games it just looks like you kind of take the game part of the game out of it. It just turns into, I need to run at 45 degrees, I need to jump, and you're literally glitching the game to play it, and it's like, fair enough, that's what you enjoy doing. And then you get like proper speedrunning where it's like, well, it's more about optimization of how you play, and yeah, I could see the fun in that. But once you get to the point where you're glitching the game out to optimally move as quick as possible, if I do this, and you're kind of getting to the point where it's no longer a game. You're just trying to run through glitches and do other sorts of weird and wonderful things, and it's a bit like, it's your own enjoyment and stuff out of it, but I don't really see the appeal. Are we not making a move, Dusty? Have you bugged out? I think you might have bugged out.
Damn it, head down! Got him.
I thought the game bugged out.
Damn it, head
Shoot a few more. I'm a Muppets, I'm a bloody Muppets, I say. I need to get the hands out my arse and stop being a bloody Muppet. Jolly bloody god. That was a waste of my time and probably your time watching that appalling mess of gameplay. I will admit that was appalling on me. I'm not going to go all the way down there because I can watch what these guys are doing from here. It's a little easier. God damn it. There we go. No, it's always one of those like, I have actually had that key in the corner the whole time here.
Advancing. We're clear. They're gone. Take out the guy in the doorway.
Yeah, I will get rid of this stream once I'm finished.
Lost him.
Because of that thing there, which I just realised was in the stream the whole time. Which means it's a little bit of a problem for me keeping this game in case anyone tries to nick it, so. This stream, I will play all the way through the stream, but it will be getting deleted afterwards because of that simple fact.
Roger, Dusty. Good luck.
Just realised that. I will check see if it's in. I'd imagine it is. It might not be. Let's have a quick natter.
Just move quickly and we're out of here before they find him.
See. Has that been in the whole time in the bottom corner? Let's have a nose. Yeah. No, that will be getting removed then. This video will be being took down after this. So yeah, we'll just keep playing for like the next hour or so, and I'll take this down then when I'm finished. Because yeah, I don't want my activation key doing that.
We can do this quietly. They don't need to know we're here.
Yeah, I don't need to shoot them. But now I'll play this for a little bit longer, and then I will have to redo this all again. So I just realised the activation key was in the corner, so
Alright, we're clear.
So that was a good thing. And I don't actually know how to edit this to get rid of that. And the activation key is a bit of a bastard, so not to have it again, it could be a rather nice thing to have done.
We got 2 targets.
Not a bit
of one. I got the other. Enemy down.
Oh, yeah, tic-tac team, take them down.
Deuce, I'm gonna get a bird's eye view.
I'll finish off playing this mission and then we'll finish it there, I think, for today. I will be redoing this stream probably.
I got another truck 50 meters
Oh,
ahead.
I'm not allowed to go there. I'm allowed to go here. Let's go down here, blah blah blah. Took me now that, I just realised that I did that. I'm a bloody muppet. I say I'm a bloody muppet.
Down.
Thank you. That was honestly like, thank you, you just saved my arse, Mum. Come on, let me do it. Jolly God.
Old D, you got company. Take out one, I got the other. Hurry right.
Am I jumping up there? Yep.
Now get out of that courtyard. Let's go.
Double tap the buggers. Get rid of them. It's not like they would be a bit suspicious that like a load of their mates are dead. Yeah, give me some ammo.
Move quickly, D. Stay quiet. We can do this without trouble.
Yeah, we can.
Hold. You got targets coming around the corner.
I don't believe I did that then. Oh well. Well, I'll have to reconsider doing that then from the stream point of view. Oh well. Not end of the world because of that.
Clear. Move. Got a guy in that hut at 12. He's alone. He's done. You're clear. Mark that truck and let's get out of here. Well done.
Alright, I'm making my way back over here. Oh, well, how it is. So I'm going to finish this mission off and I'm probably going to call it there.
Stop right there, D. Hurry right. D, bust him.
Like a ninja, I am. I move like a ninja across the room. Quite interesting regarding the little AKUEs, because apparently the AKUEs, they really were sought after. They were only really used by tankers and engineering crew because they were made for the special forces in Russia, but they didn't like them because they just didn't have the knockdown power they needed. Especially if you threw a suppressor on them, they were a little bit kind of using subsonic rounds on a gun with a really short barrel, so they just preferred using the full-size AKs.
You guys have more company.
Because it uses the 7.62 round, not the big caliber round, uses the smaller caliber round, which is the Russian version of like the 5.56. I think theirs is like 5.62 or something weird. Yeah, again, the Russians like to mimic, but not enough that their ammo can be used by you, but they can use your ammo. A little bit smarter than.
This ain't gonna be quiet. On you, D.
Jolly good, I'll say. Jolly good.
They're done. Moving.
Move through, I'll say. So I've been thinking of streaming next. I was just doing this as kind of a test stream, so things go so well, it goes up and all the rest of it. I'll probably set this to private after this. That might be the solution. So it's up, but it's private, so I know it's there and I've seen it. And anyone's popped in can see it. So yeah. Yeah, this is the most obnoxiously annoying glitch I've ever had because you can actually go past this guy while you're stabbing him, and he will literally stand up and shoot you. Like that. He tried, I'll give him that, he tried, but he didn't have any luck.
Truck's marked with IR beacons. We're moving back to the ATV hide site. Sounds good, no time to waste. Reaper 3-1 is in the air. We need to get to Clementine. Roger. D, step it up. 3 targets. I was thinking by these guys. On your D.
1, 2, 3 are now with the sniper, the Mark 21, which is just quite a loud baggery. Using the same rounds, I think it's using the same rounds as the AK and the M14. And they're used slightly different. And the NATO 7.62 basically. I do apologise. I'm slightly bloody wrong. I'm just wondering if I could cut off like the. If I knew how to edit, I could just edit it out and put a blur in the corner and go, yes, no one will see now, no one will see my honestly idioticness of me being a Muppet, which is nothing new. I really don't know why it shows me that. It is used for the game ever asked for it, but it's very rarely it ever asks for it. So it just pops up in the corner and I'm like, when I'm playing, I'm like, I'm not really that bloody fussed. But now I know it's there. It's like, buggers. I will just ignore it. It's like, yes, I will. It's like, you're a Muppet. Yes, I am. But hey ho.
We are rolling.
Even the AI can't deliver these good work, so I don't feel that process sometimes the AI programs can't even do it. So I don't know. There's all the soft spot for it. There is actually quite a lot of history to it as well, and development and stuff. It's quite wasn't developed by a military contractor and engineer. I think it was actually developed by somebody who developed it on situation. Okay, it was the same. It was basically a guy after World War II. Started, he was a tanking guy. Basically got out of that, got into the gun engineering, and was like, I don't like seeing my mates getting killed, so he started developing guns from the AK kind of was him trying to develop a gun, basically give him the best chance of survival, basically give him the best gun to develop and make them, and all the rest of it. It's quite good history. Firearms, as much as people as much as you can make this not, whoa, Jesus, you have to whack me out. You might not like firearms, or you might be anti-gun. You can't deny the history of the engineering and the technology behind it and all that, because it is some serious bits of engineering, there's some serious bits of history involved, and there is a lot to it.
Let's get set up. We're on foot from here.
But no, I'm thinking of streaming. I'm torn between Dark Souls or Conan. I think it is Conan. I'll probably try Conan because Conan is a little bit of a grindy game, and I'd imagine that might get people's interest a little bit more than me playing Melodrama this time everywhere. Realistically, it is very dated in comparison to like what you call it. Even Modern War, it wasn't that massively popular of a game, I don't imagine this when it first came out. It was popular enough to get a sequel, but it was like, it was just another generic shooter and all the rest of it, which is like, well yeah, it's, which I can't deny it ain't, it was a generic shooter. Look at my really weird looking goat. Go on, weird goat. Choke and knock him out. Oh, a fucking headache after it. Thumping one. Bad day. Bad touch, please. No. Unlucky, bad day for the goat farmer.
Status. Clear. He's gonna have a nasty headache when he wakes up.
And then zip tied his arms.
Radio.
More things going to have fun trying to get himself back up after that. You can do on your legs, he's probably fit to do it.
2 clicks out from door.
Look at that sexy info.
Roger, Mother, give us a sound report when you can.
Mother, Panther, listen, we're getting sick.
Stop recording where you're going. Can you just give me some ammo? And why didn't we start with 120 rounds to start with? Is beyond me. I was thinking about that because we'll go trying to do this with the ammunition it gives me.
Yes, Mom, Mother 3, on foot, 12 o'clock.
So one thing they sort of got with this was, unfortunately you can say that looks appalling, but it does sort of have that.
Slowly. Let's see where they're going. They're sticking.
Can I shoot them? Can I please?
Go loud on Rabbit. He's done. Status. Four clear.
But no. Afghanistan apparently is really fucking beautiful.
Negative. Let them out. Think, man.
What? Oh, I forget that's a feature in this where if you're looking at something you can quick shoot on X. I was like X for crowd because I usually have X as prone. I was like X insta shot. It was like G. So the game was like, what? Cowboy Jones in it. Cowboy Jones? That's something you was like, yes. Yes, I did.
Go quiet. Move.
That was an accidentally hilariously funny moment for me personally. But no, it's not going to be one of those games many people are watching now in the 21st century. The idea of you watching this, Jesus.
Jesus. 5 tangos. 6. There's 6.
I'm going to lob a grenade in there.
Let's let the air out of him. Voodoo, stay off the pig. We'll handle it. Rabbit. Preacher. 3, 2, 1. Now. Target down. Kill. One more. Got it. He's done. Clear.
Okay, I was second first then. I want to know that. Does look nice that, doesn't it? The pistols. You like the pistols. You conversate for something. Yeah, yeah, you are.
That's what got their attention.
Yeah, I got to turn on the anti-air before it gets any more worse.
We have visual of strong pointing AAA
yeah, they're
position
trying to take down that, but that's just I don't know. I've never really bothered looking at what he's actually blurring, but he's just blurring small sound.
Check. We're moving to eliminate that firing position.
Yeah, take out the anti-air before it causes any more problems, because it is trying to shoot it. They are getting it.
We have sound cover. Go loud. Let's move. Go loud. Go loud. Target down. Target down. He's done. Got him. Kill.
No, going loud with this would be pointless because I'll be using subsonic rounds to make it quiet. If I put full caliber non-subsonic rounds on this thing, would be fucking loud. I'd be breaking the soundbar and it would be like crackling like no man's business then. But hell, this thing would be fucking going for anything I shoot at. Yeah, I know, I'll get cover. Give me a good rattling. I'll get rattling, I'll say.
You're too close.
Yeah, I know I'm too bloody close. I'm trying to open my bloody phone, you know. What are you doing, crazy phone? Let's open that. Oh, G3. The German solution for the FAL, and kind of a ironically took a lot of what the okay, pause that guy because that bloody hurt. No, I don't want to move you. Oh, schneuzers! The fruit back, the fruit back. Shit. That was not a fun time. There was not fun times around. Now you assume just because I'm rushing the lighter. Yeah, we can put that on. Let's have some funsies. Okay, game developers. Yeah, you do that. That makes sense. That's how things work.
Fire in the hole. Let's go.
Keep moving. They know about us anyway. That was already made clear once the fucking sources went up. But to be honest, you probably knew about the big fucking helo more than you knew about us.
Have a good one. Okay, Reaper 3-1 is ours for 10 mics. Strobes on.
Yep.
Good. Tariq wasn't lying. This place is crawling with bad guys.
Do I get to use the big shooty plane now? Yeah, we do
We have a
actually.
small convoy of trucks moving uphill to our position. Most likely hostiles. Preacher, Voodoo, run point and watch for scouts. Rabbit, we'll take the trucks.
Mother Panther, look, get in your knots. If you see strobes on those vehicles, they are targets.
Thought strobes weren't friendlies.
Just to confuse me.
Say again, they are the bad guys.
Yeah.
Rabbit, get the soft lamp.
We'll do it. Let have the soft lamp. Where's the soft lamp? The soft lamp. Somebody give me the soft lamp.
Mother, those trucks are loaded with sands. Don't let them through.
They aren't gonna make it, Panther. Mother, those trucks are stopping. Now's a good time to hit them. Reaper 3-1, Neptune 1. Target marked.
3, 2,
3-1, Callie's you marked. Shot out.
No, I shot that too early.
Incoming. Game over.
They missed. But they didn't. My God, sir. You are an inaccurate buggery on that. What's that? Shit, come on, Dave. Jolly good. Let's keep making moves. Keep making a good move. Yeah, we have to run down this. Later. Oh, sorry, yes.
Go loud.
Yes, I know I'm standing in the middle of a pavement here. Whoa, why are you throwing grenades at me? They're all dead. Why did you do that?
Contact, 10 o'clock, I'm 20 degrees.
Oh yeah, I forgot they were trying to do an ambush and I was like, no, I'm not doing no bloody ambush. Whoa, danger close.
Danger close fire.
Whoa,
Serving targets further north. Say again, north.
Roger, Neptune 1.
Up here.
Oh, what? Whoa.
Fucking A. That is serious firepower. Contact left.
Fuck you. Ow, I'm in shot. Oh, he's on the roof. Can't see him. It's on the roof. Oh, alright. No one else wants to shoot him then. No. So, you not check the roof? No. I wasn't expecting enemies to be on the roof.
3-1 target. Strobes on. Can you see anything? We did.
So this is what I caught up last time. I was meant to ambush these poor fools. What the?
Clear. Move to a hard point.
How did that all go wrong then? Do anything?
Contact, 10 o'clock, up 20 degrees. Wicked. Reaper 3-1,
What about why? Oh my goodness, AI! What's this? What's just come over you?
North.
Oh, now you shoot at him when he's not fucking a threat as much.
Up here. Target down. Serious firepower.
Yeah, to the point where literally you're shooting at him is gonna.
Hold it right. Contact left.
Both dead? They are both dead. Lovely job. Oh, you had a bad day. So you had a real bad day. Oh, let's keep inching through as we can. See what we can get done. See what we can achieve. Has the AI just like forgotten how to are you guys like on a bit of a fucking momentary panic attack about this? I know the date's close. Oh no, there's a guy in here and none of you could just go up to him and go and shoot him. Yeah, good fucking intelligence there, lads. Accumulated intelligence of a I don't know, a moron. Bloody hell. I was praising you before for your ability to shoot AI, and now you're just going out your way to prove that you're just idiots. You can't do anything without me holding your hand. Games get a little bit glitchy, like you're going a little bit too quick for it. It's like you're meant to play this at a certain pace. You're going too quick for it. It's like, no. This is never good. It's never bloody good, I'll say. Generic white guy, away! Generic white guys, away! Oh no.
Preacher, go left.
I always love it when you get Hollywood films and then you actually see the guys that they're based on and they just look like fucking normal Joes.
No movement.
They don't look like, you know, some kind of like super muscly, active animate punch in the face because they can't. No matter what you do, even you try to play that, even lobbing a grenade around won't work. And then you get bollocked for it, and it's like, well, I didn't actually have any control game, and you give me bollocks for trying to being unable to clear a corner for scripted shit.
I just saved your ass.
Yes.
Let's get back to work.
And you're whinging because you had to shoot a guy because I didn't clear a corner correctly. I could have got all your fucking kills. But as a player, I had no control of that. That's scripted shit, and I'm kind of pissed off about it. Because I'm like, come on, game developers, you could have made my fucking life a lot easier. And I'm going to be humane and shoot these poor bastards who got bleeding out here. Because that's called being humane. And, you know, leaving them to bleed out slowly is far crueler than just putting a round in the skull. Kick the door in, move through, swoop. There ain't none, that's the problem.
Contact. He's done.
Yep, that can get you that sometimes because you're like, I'm down on the floor, I'm no threat to you. Daybreak, which means the beautiful fucking cannon in the sky, the flying tank of doom has to get out because it's going to get lit the hell up.
How's our imagery miss this shit? Can't see everything, that's why we're on the ground. Come on, Dorothy's on the other side.
Because the inside was poorly done.
We're almost at the OP.
Which is usually the case in a lot of these scenarios, is inside is not very good.
Is Reaper 3-1 still ready for targets?
Stand by.
Oh yes, that's very good at all, I could say.
Neptune still has targets. Are you available for tasking?
Neptune 1, we are RTB.
Oh.
Reaper 3-1, we need one more pass from you.
Neptune 1, give us 5 mics to arm. We're gonna have 1 pass and 1 pass only. Let's make it count. Daylight's breaking and we turn into a bullseye with wings.
Stay quiet. Don't fire until I give the go.
We've got a few roving guards.
6, 7, more than a few. Go loud on Rabbit. Move! Contact right. Target down. Tango is left. Tag us in 3.
So I'm going quiet here. Yeah, that's why. Right. Grenades. I've only got 1 grenade. Hope for that kill to somebody. You never know. Die. Die. Please die. I'm not asking much for you to die. I'm just asking you to stop breathing. Well, cease doing what you're doing, which is shooting at me. Oh, I have a neon sign. I'm wearing it so beautiful. I'm being shot the hell up, or say, can somebody please shoot them before I turn into some Swiss cheese?
Clear.
Ooh, bloody hell. That's blaming good. Get out of the bloody way.
Neptune 1, roger. Coming back around.
I don't feel like I shot that many of them, so I'm just happy that I didn't have to shoot them all. So yeah, I'll take that as a win.
Incoming. Get down.
Thank God for that.
Blast over, motherfucker.
I'm suppressed firing the bastard to hell.
3-1 Tango uniform.
They're all like, it's like, no, you just put fucking lead at that bastard.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of movement southeast of your position.
Yep.
Your pass, Neptune.
We get to go and blow a lot of stuff up. Here we go. Soft lamp put it on.
Preacher, you're with me.
First things first, get rid of the anti-air.
Tally the mark, shut out.
Lots of activity. Take your pick. Make it fast though. Just one pass for me. Nice. Flash over. Next, just like that. Wicked. Next time.
Tally the mark, shut out.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
We'll hit the squatters from here.
Ping them all.
Rabbit takes a low
Let's
road
have some
to
giggles. Is there many of them left? Nope. Nope, there ain't not. There ain't a lot of them left. She's never bloody good when you get a lot of dead guys on the road. Not on the road, but getting situations. Is that again? Because, yeah, M4 out again. Yeah, M6 still out. You go in first. I'll cover you with the M4.
We're clear.
And we're in a rat hole again. Oh, they're not really rat holes, but let's be honest. The cave systems are not enjoyable to be in. She's never fun.
Shit! Rabbit! Voodoo! We need you!
Oh, alright. One way, quick.
They fired. Evade! Evade!
Oh, that's not good, is it?
Countermeasures.
Rabbit, I'm in. Move! Move!
Love that. They're like fucking like angel wings in the back when they do that.
2 seconds left. RPG Rabbit, 9 o'clock. Hit the ammo cache, Rabbit. Goodbye. Aim for the crate. Use the RPG, Rabbit.
Yeah, no shit. That ain't working. Give me the RPG!
Rabbit, get to a hard
I'm trying to get to the hard point. You're not giving me the RPG. Get the RPG. Get to a hard point. We're not going to tell you what to do. No. Die. Fire. Burning. No.
Shit, Rabbit, Voodoo, we need you.
Being painted. They fired.
This wasn't trying to do a flawless run of this because Jesus Christ, that was hard work to do. Not that it's impossible. Probably could do it on medium a little bit easier than that.
2 seconds left. RPG Rabbit, 9 o'clock. Hit the ammo cache, Rabbit. Aim for the crate. Down. Use the RPG, Rabbit.
Okay, can I? Yeah, I can have now. We've got the M14. Fire that in there. Bring back my M14. Boom. Jolly flaming good. That's a lot of rounds. Thankfully none of that came our way. That lead. Not that it wouldn't. It would. As that gets out of there like.
Neptune 1. You're now cleared to RTB. Thanks for sticking your neck out.
Unfortunately, it's not using its fingers then.
Likewise.
So that a little too quick in the game went new and it was bugging out a little bit. Oh, there we go. Whee! Just for the shits and giggles for our few off road. Yeah. We've not got many, but we've got a few.
Welcome to Dory.
Even though you use that much even. Oh, the bureaucrat yet again.
100% of targets destroyed. AFO Neptune is still racking and stacking targets on the southern
this guy then orders to shoot a load of militia in the country. It's fucking, God no, I think it's 2006 or something like that. Seriously old game.
The Afghans into the fight right now, sir. We're calling them
what can I actually, oh, I don't want to do that. What can I do?
But you have 2 battalions of men ready to bring the hurt. Let's get them into the fight.
Sir, the ANA are very capable. They know the terrain.
The enemy C2 locations.
I've got
TF rebels being led by our special forces.
Sorry, I'm just having a quick nosy at like all this stuff. That's live chat. There's no real live chat going on.
Once the Chinooks are fueled and loaded, we'll be ready to go.
Weird connection stuff it's trying to think. It's like,
sir, we lost the feed from Reaper 3-1, our AC-130 gunship on station.
I've got live chat. Let's have a look at live chat. No one's chat.
Those vehicles ours?
Because there's no one watching.
Reaper 3-1, do you have eyes on that convoy of vehicles in grid 160959?
Yes, sir.
Friendlies?
They're not responding to our glint, sir. Synchronizing our weapons with our FLIR.
Well, we've had reports of enemy ambushes in the area.
This is the moment this guy turns from
Not sure, sir.
just generic
non-responsive to our glint,
generic mass murdering asshole who really is like should really be done for war crimes.
And then that's a high threat area with unidentified vehicles registering weapons.
We don't have positive ID on those
Reaper 3-1, you are cleared hot on those vehicles.
You've just shot a load of targets who are civilian friendly.
1, we seem to be taking some fire. Do you have eyes on our grid?
Yeah, rather than putting a lot of chain rounds in for warning shots, instead you shot all the fucking civilians. Rather than put a few warning shots in, which is what you do every day, to get common communication with, instead they just takes out a load of guys and then throws a load of get the Rangers in there. There's some American guys who don't know the territory or the environment or the fucking units or the communication or the language. Get them in there. And get a load of guys, our own guys killed. And spend lots of our American war money machines.
Afghans don't make or break
like, yeah, you just waste a shit ton of your money on going into a war and sending guys in unnecessarily to deal with the situation. Part of the other problem is once you do get rid of the fucking
the Rangers
threat, as you call it.
Are we clear?
You've not got the locals who fought for it or the people who live there fighting for that freedom. You've just got a load of your own guys in, and then you have to then sit there and police it as your own state. It doesn't fucking work. It's idiotic. Well, if you get the local forces doing it, they're a lot more likely to kind of keep the fucking status quo and keep it safe and keep everything fucking ticky-tacky down the line, because then you've got guys who know and you've got some fucking money in it. The problem with that is they might just fucking turn into a new fucking group who then want to take power and control and start dictating to people. You get warlords. You can't really fucking fix this shit, because it's not like, you know, you get this bastard who's just like, oh yeah, private, I think it's this kid, he's like, no, you're private, you go where I'm sitting, he's a kid.
Oh, fuck this. I see this movie. Private, switch with me.
Kid.
Markham, Gold Digger 1 on approach to LZ4. Roger, Gold Digger 1, proceed.
Yeah, 200 AGL, flaring for landing. Into fucking hostile environment in daylight. I think this is even worse than being the para, because at least the para, when they go in, they're not going to get fucking shot to shit. They get parachuting in, yeah, and they take the risk to get shot. At least high altitude parachuting in, you're pretty much only in dead fall when you're on the chute, and that depends on where they're dropping you. They can get eyes and confidence on how they're dropping you. But in those things, it's like, Jesus, they know you're coming in, you can get guys in there, they just fight them up when you're dead. Paras can't get out, and they're great for getting guys in and out, but what's the biggest thing you've noticed about making mistakes here? Shots start coming in, they're all put together. After 2 weapons coming to these like that now, they don't lose very quickly. Because they've not bomb burst out the fucking helos and got into high cover. They'll boost out a bit, they're not that great together, but they're not brilliant. No, get moving. You're not the medic, get moving, lad. You've got a gun, don't shoot people. You don't need to do CPR medic, you get ammo down, fire, shoot them off. Keep them the hell off you guys.
Taliban serving us today. This shit went bad quick.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Here it is. What's your plan, Sarge? First platoon is shot to shit. You're Bravo 1 now.
And I can't lie, this shit doesn't happen when you play like squad and stuff, because you play squad and you do have, like, I remember last time I played, we went down on a riverbed when a fucking support vehicle with a lot of supplies in it, and basically one guy would RPG hit us, and I had to bail us out, and I went down, the vehicle blew up, and more or less the whole squad just got wiped by one guy in an RPG and a riverbed while we were driving the truck down. trying to get it into a forward position and get a kit set up. It was a bit of a pain in the arse, but it was a necessary fucking situation. Keep moving. He's wearing old Desi, which is from the last fucking sandbox I set him in. So he's the medic, and the other guys are all wearing the American cam, which looks great in a fucking quarry, but anywhere else it's appalling. It really is, it's appalling camouflage. The grey digital camouflage. It looks all like that, probably dusk and shit, but it's really, you got it, it's like multi-purpose camouflage, because it costs too much money to have multiple different types of camouflage. And it doesn't even fucking work in any terrain, really. Even, it barely works in terrain. Yep. Yeah, they did. I shot them in the head, but you guys were like, "No, we can get cars around here." I'm like, "Consider I've got an AK. I'm not waiting on you." Don't want to go through too much ammo on this mission.
Let's move up. Up top. Moving. I see him.
This 5.56 shooting support gun's not very powerful, is it? Bloody hell, just shoot through him. Do you want to shoot that one, please? And I've been rattled. Oh, AI, why are you being like this to me? Slide myself in here.
Contact left. High left. Right though.
Please stop moving when I shoot you. It would be very handy. That's not really falling back when they're running at you. Ow, 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 ow. Stop that, I say. I say. Please stop doing that, I would say. Ooh, hey. Is there any more? Oh, over there. I can't see him in the dust cloud of, well, the game. So reload my 200 round magazine. Beautiful. They use open bolt systems on support guns, which is rather nice. Basically, it means like dust and stuff don't. Yeah, they are more likely to get jammed by dust, but they don't get carbon build-up because it basically blows off the excess gas out of the system on them. So they have a higher issue with jamming with shit getting in them because they're open setup like piston-driven systems. But in turn, carbon build-up isn't a problem, which you don't really want so much putting out 1,000 rounds for it, which you might have to change the barrel. Is carbon issues. I might have shot him. I might have shot him as well. Yeah, I'm making my way there. Taking my time. You might not notice this, but there's an awful lot of guys with guns shooting at us. They ain't very nice. I'm dead again. I think once we get back to the Apache mission on this, I'm going to end it there for this bit, because I'm getting to the point now where I'm running out of things to say, and I'm also getting rather frustrated with this Monarchs, because it is just a bit of a pain in the arse. It's got a really good ending to it in some ways, but it is just a go through the valley, keep shooting these swines, keep moving through, keep moving up the hill, get to a certain location, call an ID, not an ID, oh, what is this from? As bits in the game go, it's a little bit on the yeah, is there road? I like my peak. I know the M24 is not meant to be accurate. Whoa, what the hell is that all about? But I would love it to be a bit more fucking on the point, wouldn't you? But no, this is just a little bit of a run up here, shoot the people moment, which is kind of a pain in the arse. Pain in the arse. The other stuff actually works better than camouflage and stuff, which is ironic in some ways. Multicam works really well in this terrain because it was basically designed for this terrain. You go, multi-camouflage, it works in every environment. No, it doesn't. So I've seen it in other environments. It don't work. The issue with like DPM is if you go to places where they've got like white woods and stuff, it does still work, but it's not as effective as stuff that's designed for that territory. Can't get any more down than that, lads. You need to shoot the LPG, lad. Please don't let me reset that next bit again back there. Please don't make a checkpoint at that point when I went down here. No, okay, we'll give this one last try, and then if I don't get any further than that, I'm calling it. Because I'm, whoa, sizes, made of paper mache, getting tired of being rackled like I am made of paper mache. Because the AI ain't helping when it comes to critical targets. Force running through, forcing the push up. Stop running into my line of fire. There's a... I'm just gonna keep walking in front of this M240 what's shooting behind me because I'm, you know, the enemy right in front of him. I'm gonna walk through. Yeah, AI. Just one of the things that really annoys me. You can actually fail a mission for overshooting friendlies as well, which is kind of annoying as all hell, especially when you. Doing stuff like this when they've got they're all wanting to push further forward to you and getting high cover. Then don't actually mind that you're shooting and running in front of your line of fire and not giving you a heads up. Because when you're down in the optic, you cannot see them very well. Like that, then you're just like, I'm darting in front of you again. As I said, we'll just give this a little bit last of the last man go, see how far we can get with it before it just gets to the point where even my patience runs. Not getting proper cover. Reload the big gun, and there we go. Oh, that's not very nice. Okay, because he's camping around that rock, let's lob a grenade at him. Shoot his head off. Whoa! I'm running past him here, that's not very bright of me. Righty-o, let's keep moving through and keep shooting as many as I can see and how many I can kill. Ooh, hey, I say, ooh, hey.
It's not over yet. 2 o'clock is Ginger Pass. We go left into that village. Oh no! It's gonna get worse. Only before it gets better, Hernandez.
That's how close we were to the checkpoint last time, which was slightly infuriatingly annoying.
For now, we go this way. Let's move.
We up here, we keep moving. Finally made it to a checkpoint. I said next day if I'm calling there probably for now, because oh my goodness gracious, this game has pushed my so you can't run in this part. Well, the tanks left. It's not really the tanks you worry about when it comes to Russians, what they left. You worry more about what the Russians left for landmines. They left a lot of landmines. This is fucked up. I get like the advantage of landmines, but they're alright against armour, but personnel mines, which is what they like to use, yeah, I mean an area is secure, you don't have to have a guy looking there. I'll give that one more try because I don't know what the fudge happened then. But No, the Russians did leave a shit ton of mines. And they're great for, like, you know, covering an area, but the problem with mines is that what you do afterwards, well, you've got to, like, clear the bastards out, which is alright when you kind of got... That was only killed me. There's no one else going to shoot him. Thought I shot you. Oh, you're not getting back up now. Nice, it's not doing the GTA mag reload on this, which, like, I have one shotgun shell and it reloads my whole shotgun. It's like, wow, was that magical shotgun load? Yeah, I don't have to shoot him this time. Yep, move through, because I am as patient as always, which is very little patience for the game. Yeah, I didn't say that once. My bad. I was looking up here following the pathway. Don't run in front of my shotgun when I'm shooting, you loon. I'm on point, you loon. Leave me, Nick. Put him down. Clear, clear, clear. No one's in here. He's dead. You made a bad choice in life. I made a real bad choice then. No, it's a better choice you did. Or you. Or you. Or you. Yeah, we get him. Good.
Clear over here. All clear. All right, form on me. Ready to move up. That Dishka's still going strong. Let's move.
So no one's ever done that, I don't think, in a game where you play one of these, where you actually play as the the terrorists. It's like, well, no one wants to do that. Well, maybe you would want to do that. Maybe it would be interesting to see that kind of guerrilla warfare and all the rest of it. You don't even have to play him as the bad guy. You could have him as just an undercover agent working and fighting in a country. They might have done that with, like, the latest Modern Warfare with the CIA guy going in, but. Yeah, I know, God, you do it. I'm a terrorist. I'm shooting people in the airport with a machine gun. It's like, well, yeah.
That gun and that firing position will rip a Chinook apart. It's not gonna
going on about the heavy gun placement, which is up there. We can't see because the lighting effects.
Watch your six. Eagles, we got air.
But no, what you call it, the. Okay, again, do you need to hold your hand? Oh, I need to hold his hand. I need to come close and lick his face. Oh, lovely.
Bravo 1-6, this is Boss Man. Go ahead.
Target is a prepared position, dug in and occupied by substantial enemy force with AAA.
Because these guys don't have any lasers or distance regulators, they have to get in for a fucking smoke.
Bravo 1-6, you were danger close. Request you mark that target.
Yeah, because they can't laser detonate it. Which, if they did, they'd just have it on the hood of the fucking pilot and be like, alright,
that's inside danger close. We gotta get red phosphorus on that target, or those eagles will kill us too.
Bar, give me the RP. That MG is dug in and well manned. Adams, I want sustained fire from you on that position.
But no, it's not one of those kind of ideas, and it's like, well, no one wants to see that. What? Players like a ragged and trying to, like, see their side of the story. And, you know, character development of, like, you know, an extreme point of view and all the rest of it. No, I know some people go like, well, yeah, no sugar, kick your head down. Let me regen my health first, there we go. Feel those in. Right now I'm just doing, like, suppressive fire. Lads need to reload, lads. That's the problem. I'm now out of rounds again. Shizers, and they're all moving. Reload it. Reload, 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 reload. Get your little head down. Get your little head down. I love how holes are just more and more appearing in the back of that tent. And I'm literally doing what is like 2 to 3 round bursts. I'm trying to preserve as much ammo as I can for this situation. You really don't. So I can't provide fire and cover them at the same time. That's just like 9 impossible. I can to a certain degree because I can do stuff like. Please die when I shoot you. It's very nice of you.
Roger that. Vectoring Strike Eagle, Noble 35.
So I'm almost through all my ammo here. It's not good. Cover my ass. If you're gonna have suppressing, I can't shoot people shooting at me, so please shoot them. Danger close round, lovely, lovely. Give me some ammo, you lot. Give me some ammo, because I'll need it for this next bit. Give me the ammo, thank you. I will need that 1,000 rounds for this next section. And believe me, I will. And that's where we're ending it, because I'm not doing any more. I'm going to see if I can at least use the YouTube editor to at least edit out the bit on the bottom right. I should be able to put a small blur in there, maybe, or at least a bar or something just to block it out.
Nice work, Adams.
I might not be able to, if I'm not, I'll leave it private for the time being, which is a bit of a fortunate thing, because I've been quite nattering. I don't think I've been that quiet. There have been the odd points like now when I'm getting a bit like, fire from down, my brain's getting a bit like, as you do. Are you alright? Are you having a momentary like lapse of like judgment and moral fucking questioning of the situation and questioning your life choices and maybe feeling like you might have been like, you know, you don't have to do what's going on in some ways. It is true that all this dust is shite, and of the guns what are going to fail, it's going to be mine. M16s and M4s, fantastic. They don't have the same issue. They are like really well designed to stop shite getting in them. That's one thing I will give the M16 is it is very well designed to avoid that issue.
He's running! I can't see! Too much glare!
Jolly good. Ooh, it's raining. Nice cool rain. Arm's not going to win, even though the probably still wins. It's like, oh, it's not raining too much now. We're planning for it to be sunny and dry. As they always do. No offence to the farmers, but they do complain an awful bloody lot about the weather. Well, at least they do in the UK a lot. It's like, oh, the weather's not like it was last year. No, it variates a little bit, and unfortunately, yes, you do rely on predictable weather models to predict what kind of farming crops you'd be farming. But in the same sense, it's kind of like, well, that's a consequence of global warming. Oh, she's falling down the hill. It's just really annoying because it's like, well, yeah, we get it. It sucks. It's really, I'm getting my ass chewed up by that. Yeah, we're not far off the end now, so I will just bear with it. But it's just one of those little things what bothers me a little bit with them. It's like, well, the weather's bad, or this is bad, we never make as much money as well. Well, they have like 250 million fucking tractors and shit, and it's like, you are seriously making fucking dosh. I'm sorry, but they're not fucking like not making money doing farming. There is one thing in this earth what will always be needed for most of humanity's existence so far has been the need for food, and as you are a provider of said food, it's kind of a you're not really in a situation where you're producing a good what's limited to be a luxury item. It's not like you're farming refrigerators and suddenly no one's buying refrigerators because somebody else has come out with a new better version of a fridge. No, let's not be ridiculous here, boys and girls. So that's where that RPG came from. There, that's what I was waiting for. But nah, it's just one of those annoying things. It's like, well, we have to buy the seeds, we have to grow them, we have to pay people to come and farm the land, and if it doesn't work out, that's a massive investment. It's lost Yeah, but that's the same for like every other business on earth. You know, you put a bet on making money on the product you produce. You know, you get deep sea fishermen who go out there, risk their fucking lives, can make a real good fucking fortune doing it. But if they don't, and they come back and they've not caught any fish, they don't make any money. It's not just the guy who owns the ship who's hired the guys in. The guys who's hired might not even get some of that money. They usually share the money around with bonus, but that's not always the case. And, you know, and it is a real fucking gamble. You know, they've got to try to work out predictive fish models where the fish are swimming and all the rest of it. But at the same time, they're competing with other people and all sorts. It's, you know.
We're almost there.
But you don't really get the same level of kind of vocal complaints about it and all the rest of it. And I'm not saying that they don't have a right to speak up and say that, yeah, this is not good and blah, 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 blah. It just gets a little bit tiresome after a while that you've got people who's professionally have a lot of land and have a lot of money tied up in a way of life, which, to be honest, has changed massively from what it was, to then kind of constantly complain that they're not making money, they're not making this, they're not making that, and it's so terrible. It just seems a little bit like you never really hear anything positive from them, which is kind of what annoys me with farming. And that's more just to say, because it's not like
cell phone shit.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. IED, nice. But you never really hear like, we've had a great year farming, we've got loads of crops, it's been good. Maybe they used to, but that has never really been the case. And the thing, and it's not like we've made lots of money and we're investing this into it never comes across that way, like, we've had a good harvest this year and the food's come down. No, it's always, we've had a hard farming, so we're going to have to charge more because we've had less crops. There's always a greater demand because, we're never able to provide enough. It's like, really, guys? You're complaining about demand? Most people wouldn't complain that people want to buy their products. That's usually a good sign. I will say dairy farmers did get screwed over a little bit with the way Asda did it in the UK, which was basically they made it basically a massive conglomerate of. It basically Asda was a group of farmers, and they basically monopolised on the milk and dairy industry. And basically, if you weren't part of that little group, you were basically getting priced out the market, and it kind of screwed everyone who was a dairy farmer up because they just couldn't produce the quantity at the cost they were producing, and it kind of screwed them over. Well, that's standard monopolisation, which should be stopped. It very rarely is, and hardly ever is prevented. What kind of shots is there? Stunning shots. Let me just change my photon from killing to stunning, sir. It's a fucking gun. It only kills. Maybe if I was being lazy and being sloppy, but I have an M24 SAR. It's not like I have a fire selector on this thing. Yes, I'm not doing suppressive fire, but when I am shooting at people, I'm doing like 3-round bursts and I'm just rattling the torso because this thing ain't accurate enough to do headshots, unfortunately. It's a lot easier this when you've got support. I've done this where we've literally got like no bullets and you're down for a pistol. It is more epic when you have that happen, but it may. Oh, you guys aren't looking too good, are you?
That is negative, Bravo 160. 5 are light in and taking over. Best to return to base.
Hernandez, you okay? Just get down there.
Right, we're all coming down this side now, so yeah, I will get down once they stop shooting me. You guys shoot me there. I know you got more or less limited ammo than I have. Oh, this would have been one of the missions. Oh, Jesus! You limit the amount of ammo we have access to. Like, you just don't let us have refill of ammo. Like, you can't require more ammo.
Reloading! Shit! Keep firing!
I'm gonna have to a live stream of it in search, so hopefully my system will allow me. Oh my goodness, this is my phone again. No. Oh my goodness. Sure, that comes down here. What the blooming X that's going on about now? Sure, I was trying to figure out what my phone's whinging at me about. Whinging about security matters. I don't know what it's all about. It's kind of got all whingy about. Oh, Jeebus. Are they? Yeah, behind us. Nasty people behind us. Do you want to shoot them as well?
Get those guys! Grab a claw! Truck, high left! That truck's rigged! Take it down! Outside!
Yeah, they shoot at it as best I could. Come on, shot them. Come on, I'm shooting them. How many bullets can these guys take? Jesus Christ, I'm even shooting them in the legs. Oh, come on. Oh, don't matter, I've got lead in my legs. That makes my legs stronger. Got some lead. Lead iron in it. It's level enough, isn't it? Like, no, it's not. It's poisonous. Die, please. Let alone that the force I'm hitting you with probably break and shatter your bones in your legs and you're like jello legs. Jello legs! Superhero jello legs! Which, yeah, that'd be fantastic, I'll say. Fantastic. I got jello legs. I got my jello legs. They're jiggling around, I see. Oh, new again. Every time we have a talent, haven't they? It's just. Yeah, they are flanking us. I'm just trying to shoot her because. Reloading. Oh, I've got 480 round, boy. I'm still in good. I know, I'm still good. I'm 3 bags. I'm here for him. I'm not a mainless max. I'm for him. Yeah, let's keep him coming. Keep shooting everyone. Keep shooting every last one of them. Got an M24. RPGs! Don't tell me more RPGs. Yeah, blowing away the soft cover. I'm actually really curious how they make this because they. Oh my goodness, got it in front of my arse again, ain't they? Yeah, there. Really nice. You're meant to be covering this side, mate. You ain't doing a very good job of it. Cover one another. It's like, no. I could. I've got M24 and I've got the most ammo there. I should be like literally moving from site location like one of you guys. Good luck. Where is he? There. Take it off. Here comes the new part chase. Beautiful. As I've got like literally a mag and a half left in the M240. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what we're going to end it. Because the next quest is literally playing these things. And that's a good place to start. It's a nice little relaxing kind of warm into the game. Because the game is so ridiculous and I need to turn all the buttons because they're patches for like key buttons because the game decides, oh well, you need this button for like clicking, which is like 6 and it's weird. Because they didn't select the right fucking button for the patches. Because I have I could actually throw them my ammo, like the extra rounds I could actually give them, but they'd have to run. Because I'm using the same caliber. Because that was the idea, is that I could give the same caliber to the guys using the support as the guys in the AR and the guys in the group gun you've got. The advantage is that everyone can basically share ammo, so if you get somebody who's being a bit of a kind of crazy nut job and wasting his ammo, he can then, you know, get given some more ammo but limited amount, or vice versa. Well, let me just watch this cutscene and then we'll call it there. So, if anyone does watch this and I do figure out how to edit it, do thank you. Oh, thank you for, you know, pushing up with my nonsense for what is probably about over an hour. I could actually continue streaming this. How much more is there? There's Apache.
Here we go.
What time are we at? Because it's half 1.
Happens every time.
Ooh, I don't know.
10 seconds from meeting their maker and still.
1-1 1, you just don't understand the brain of a warrior.
Phone's probably tell me off why you keep opening your phone and turning it off, opening it, turning it off. You know what? Nah. Because I think what we've got after this, we've got the Apache mission, that mission they're pulling off the hill, then going back in for them, and that's it really. There's only really them 2 missions left. And that's so let's just see. Screw it, I'll play, because I think there's only 2 missions left and I can probably get that done in an hour. I'll tolerate it, I've got past the worst bit, in theory. And it's a little bit easier now, and it's still a little bit messy. So yeah.
And 30 millimeters operational.
So we'll see what I can do, and hopefully I can get the alert in that corner to deal with that thing I'm posted that technique.
Now try the rockets. Those rockets are forward firing only, Hawk. You can't sleeve them to your helmet.
Keep your eyes open, we're here. Gunfighter 6, I've got movement at 12. Do you have visual?
Gunfighter 1-1 contact.
Anything else, because this is like 6
Range to target
weird.
2,500 meters.
And the game doesn't tell you, because the game doesn't tell you what you need for this
hanging
point.
out 12 o'clock. What are these guys up to?
06, I don't like these guys.
He's got a box, he's got an AK,
What's that guy doing? Where's he going?
he has an AK,
1-1, keep
and
your
he's
eyes on
wearing
that
webbing.
06, I'm gonna mark that position for you.
Same as that guy. And that guy, and that guy, and that guy there.
Hang on. That's an AK. These guys are armed.
Gunfighter 1-1, confirm you saw a weapon.
Affirmative, you shouldered a weapon.
But that's never changed anything in the past with the Americans. They will shoot even if you're not got a weapon manufactured sometimes. If they're just being complete fucking manipulated. And that's annoying.
Let's go. Let's take them out.
They do have to be authorized.
Orders, these are the guys. Are we clear to engage?
Because you have to confirm it, because you can't just start shooting people just because you have an idea. It's like, no, it has to go for the chain of command and know that there's control.
Fire.
We showed 6 impression errors of shift. I thought it was 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, 4. Oh, yeah. I told you it's a weird button. It doesn't tell you. I thought it was 6, but it's 4. Bad day for you guys.
Order crew in your screen.
One down.
Missile off the rail.
They're locking them on for us so we can then fire and we just have to dive through. They're going through all the rabbit holes. It's like bloody 6. What's those there, rabbit hole? Bloody hell they are. Just animals. Lots of crispy people. Yeah. Vehicles going in. We
06 Cali. Technical's moving to the northeast.
Looks like they're in a hurry too.
What are we getting to now use the thing? I don't like using that. You do use it later on again. It's just like, yeah, I just don't like the button control. It's really silly. I have no limbs. I have no body. I literally have no body. I'm just a head. I don't know, because it wouldn't have been hard to put like just model the character body behind it, just underneath this. Like, nope.
Wilco, 1-1, let's go low 0203.
Low 0203 confirmed.
Let's go get him. 1-1 Cali, 3 trucks headed for that bridge west of the village. 1-1, 1, 30 millimeter. We have visual of weapons in the bed of the trucks. Let's get noisy.
06, Roger, golden switch is fine. Gunfighter 1-1, firing 30 Mike.
Yeah, and hope I don't get hit by copyright for this. Probably will do, knowing YouTube. I think standard thing you would copyright in all these games, always having copyright issues. Which probably means I won't know. Anyway, this bit is probably not the life. I really should just, before options, audio. Let's just go and turn music off. Save. Hopefully it didn't hear too much, but knowing YouTube it probably will do, because YouTube's YouTube, and because as I'm not actually that fucking fast. I want to blow every building up because, yeah, people don't need anywhere to live in Afghanistan. They don't need homes. Homes are for people who don't shoot and are willing to follow the American dream of capitalism. Yes, capitalism. I know these things are insane. still actively flying like, oh, you want me to load this while you're actually actively they don't need building. Oh Jesus, what was that? Ow, that really wasn't good.
Jet Fighter 6, I need you. Where'd you go?
We're coming back around by that bridge.
I got shot. What's my point?
Good, because I got guys coming at us.
That guy's house isn't getting any treatment. As she said, I just want to flatten the whole goddamn building. And that is the problem, I'll say. The only point with doing this is you basically make a big, lovely small cloud. But hey, people don't need anywhere to live, do they? Might as well get rid of the, I think that was going to be a school or a police station.
This is cold. There's targets everywhere.
There we go, that's blown up as well.
Great birds, Tango uniform. What's going on here?
Well, I say not much. We pretty much just flattened the damn building.
Oh, there's your answer. This was an ammo dump.
Yeah, it went boom. Wait, there's no house over there I need to blow. Someone else doesn't need a house. No one gets a house when I'm finished. I kind of feel bad in some ways, but not, because I know in fact these probably are, some of these would have just been like innocent people who were chased out of the area by them and were using it thingy, and if they ever do come back to where they each of they were brought up, and it's pretty much just a crater because of what we did. It's like, do you not think that was a little bit morally fucking wrong? Just a bit. These people aren't bad people, they just happen to be, you know, born in a country where people who don't like other people aren't willing to go to war about it.
Switching to tabs.
Yeah, I've got this silliness. Yeah.
06, I'm single engine, going low.
I was trying to use 4 of them, the game was that. Skipped it instead. Most of the bunch of guys at
11 o'clock, top of that ridge, too close for hellfire.
Got it. Small arms amount of weapons on vehicles.
06, bump up to altitude and acquire targets. He is done.
Yeah, they don't be done.
RPG, 12 o'clock, I'm marking it for you. Check mail.
Good mail. Pawn, use your hellfire.
Hellfire, which is Bunkbusters and lovely dabbly.
Target destroyed, huh? When you have my spot,
This is just ridiculous, this. Basically, he's doing basically logging them, and we're sending them. So he's basically putting them, he's basically pinging them for us, and we're then firing them off. So he has the, because for us to lock on and then shoot ourselves would be slightly problematic. So he can get a lock on, keep stable lock on, while we just basically send it. It's a little bit mad to do, because I want to co-communicate both systems with one another on the helos.
Let's continue to acquire and engage these targets.
1-1, roger.
Shit, RPG, 11 Yeah, but I'm getting buzzed in the pedals now. 06, I have targets everywhere. We need to drop altitude.
1-1, roger.
Boy, bad time down there, because I'm supposed to be blown.
Come on, I'm getting peppered.
Yeah, I'm also doing as many as I can.
Coming around.
Jelly.
Wait for it.
I don't think there's much left there. I'm sure we're flying everything towards the
RPG, take up that position. I'm marking it for you.
missiles, so we don't have to mess around with this.
Great shot,
It's booked into hard cover, and to get the 30 mil in, not impossible, but it'd be difficult.
RPG, get that guy, 1 o'clock.
Get on the trigger. Get a lead on that position.
I'd love to.
Come around clockwise. Get that mortar position on the right. Good mail. Hawk, hellfire. Missile away. Sweep up the rest of this mortar.
We've got dismounts on this ridge.
Hawk, we got squirters. I'm breaking. Clean them up.
The RPG stuff. Which literally took me an extra additional 20 minutes just to do this bit of bad day.
Breaking right. 06, where are these guys? Do you have visual? Hawk, there. 12 o'clock. RPG. Come on. Target acquired. Take the shot, 06. What the fuck? RPG's airburst. Shit. Breaking right. There's a lot of activity here.
Beautifully annoying.
Hawk, vehicle, 11 o'clock.
Border, behind those rocks. Take out that cover.
Triple A, 2 positions, 12 o'clock. Going over the top. Hit him with rockets, Hawk.
Would do, but the only problem with the rocket barrage is it's not really breaking through. I need a bunker buster. Come on, laddie, give me a bunker buster.
Triple A, rockets, rockets.
Going over the top, put some rounds down there, Hawk.
06, break right.
Get a mill cannon and go letting some rounds into the poor fellows again. You do kind of feel bad for people who have to fight these things unless you have like proper anti-air or anything.
On the mortar, point is designated.
Please just... I am shooting it, but you're not... I need a bunker buster. Thank you. Give me that back. Thank you, darling.
Great burn, 06. The position is destroyed.
That's good, because we almost melted the barrels.
Down here. We're off to now. Oh, is this where we finally done with this silliness of flying these poor things around? So the old style anti-weaponry, what they have, the big fucking AA guns can actually take down Apaches because they have actually got heavy enough caliber to really can do some damage. But like arms fire and like RPGs can, but they're not accurate enough to do anything really.
Barbara, mission accomplished. Gunfighter 1-1 is pretty beat up.
I think you can take them down and you can get around them with light arm fire, you can get into the engine block, but for what me, I wouldn't want to try. It's more often not doing things like 2 clicks away and just basically putting rounds over a mountain on the comms and going, oh, right there, bim, 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 bim. That's the thing with that, but you don't really often try to use it too close because it puts them at risk. Supposed to be MG in the end.
That wasn't us. We have no gun.
Someone does. That was a hell of a shot.
Saved our asses.
Damn right they did.
Yeah. Somebody just shot him. Shot the AA
Target
guy.
Destroyed. Headshot confirmed at 1050 meters.
I will do the sniping and then we will call it there because there is a bit after the sniping when they are moving on us. I think. Or is there not that? I always forget. Z because I want thermal because it makes life a little easier for us.
We got possible enemy squad on the ridge line. 12 o'clock from our position.
Hi guys.
Okay, Deuce. You need to put eyes on that ridge to the north.
Yeah, I know. Let me use my camera. You're forcing me. You're forcing me to.
Like Panther said, near the runoff. Enemy dismounts. Center sector. 900 meters. Winds are out of the west at 5 knots.
So I would use that. I would have thought that would have been it, but apparently not. The.
Zoom in.
There. We got 3 fighters. Get that fucking laundry out.
Look at the sniper. I have the patience of a child, I say. And now shoot that one. Nope, not allowed that one yet. Until he says okay. Is there one alive?
Target. Pull out. I see movement on the left.
Is that one? Yes, it is that one. Maybe not. said the left, don't I? How far left? Oh, that far left. Jesus.
There. There's another camp.
Yeah, it's at the back. You lucky swine. Not lucky enough, though.
Took his arm off. Go for the body now.
I took his head off. What are you talking about? Well, I took the second guy's arm off. It was only because it was a rush shot on purpose.
More movement to the right. Deuce. Looks like they're setting up a mortar tube. Go right, D.
Yeah, I'm going right. It's up there now.
Here we go, D. They're dropping rounds into the tube. But target eliminated. Incoming. Get down. Gotcha.
God damn it.
Orders and crew are toast.
Get down. Kill. Nice.
Yeah, you got like 3 miles off at us, and that was about it. And that was for my sloppy shooting. Sloppy shooting, I'll say sloppy shooting. So yeah, it is sloppy.
Clear. What do you like us to do now? What's your recommendation, Dusty? Keep killing motherfuckers.
Yep.
Roger that. We're gonna move higher on this ridge. Panther, we're gonna hang and wait for their friends to arrive and greet them properly. Sounds solid, Dusty. Keep your heads down, your eyes open.
I think that's what we're going to call it though for now.
2 o'clock. You got eyes on this?
D, pull back a little. Uphill about 600 meters. See this? Dude, something just hit our tripwire at 9 o'clock.
I'm shooting and again like no. And that's where we're gonna exit to my menu. Yeah, that's how I'm doing tonight. So as I said, thank you. I am getting too quiet and kind of going shutting down. So I'm gonna call it because I'm not mattering enough. So thank you for watching. That's me doing it. I'm gonna see if I can actually get this as a video and below that bottom right corner or not. But we'll see.